So once we get up into the attic proper here, you can see these nail shafts these are the nails that hold the shingles onto the roof from above. These nail shafts are all, you can see they've all got an orange tinge to them. They're all quite corroded and rusty. They are made of steel, even though they are galvanized. They have a very thin layer of galvanization. Generally we see this accompanied with this kind of black look to the underside of the roof sheeting when we do have some moisture buildup in the attic. In certain conditions, condensation, water will condense on these nail shafts and cause them to corrode like that over time. Sometimes this is an indication of a much bigger problem. And what we're doing right now is looking for the bathroom fan. We can't see any ducting coming up, but we have located a fan in the bathroom that is working. So if our fears are correct, we're going to find some wiring. We're going to find a fan blowing hot, moist bathroom air up into this attic space, which appears to be, at first glance and by the hot, stuffy, humid feel, pretty badly vented. Alright, so we're taking a look at general attic ventilation here. The insulation guys have put baffles in between these styrofoam baffles to keep the blown insulation product away from the bottom of the roof deck, which is good practice. But we want to see if they've been broken, if they've been pushed. They're very flimsy. They can be pushed and compressed against the bottom of the roof deck, and insulation can be blown past them, and they can be non-functioning, which could be part of the problem. So we're going to evaluate that as we go along this eave here. Okay, so we do have the fan here, and we do have the outlet is ducted, and the ducting looks like it's going to head right out to the soffit, which is, it's not the ideal way, but it is one way and it is acceptable. So it is just regular single ply ducting here, steel ducting. And you can see it has no insulation on it, but it is set well into the blown insulation, so moisture buildup should not be a problem on this ducting. So as a continuation of our investigation inside the attic, where we noticed the black spotting and the signs of moisture buildup over time on the underside of the plywood, one result of that is plywood loses its integrity. So we have a very spongy roof deck. I can feel a lot of heat coming out of these vents here, but what I don't feel is airflow. I don't feel any air moving past my hand. I just feel the heat that's in the attic. What we want to feel here is airflow actually coming out, signifying that there is convection from the intakes to the top vents. So we want to add up the square footage of this perforated soffit and see if it corresponds, if our net free area corresponds to the venting at the top of the roof. So in the end, the original problem we were asked to assess was a possible roof leak in the bathroom. What we found is that it was most likely due to residual moisture left over from 4 separate plumbing leaks with the same faucet, where it was spraying all over the ceiling. Caused some black spotting. In the process, we went up into the attic and we found those black spots we saw earlier, as well as the rusted nail shafts throughout the whole attic, indicating that there's very poor attic ventilation. It was extremely hot up there. We also saw that the roof deck was very spongy when we walked on it. So we're going to describe all this to the client, and we're going to give him some options for altering the ventilation. Going forward, it's going to make his roof last a lot longer, and it's going to make the sheeting not deteriorate at the same rate.